I'm Jordan Schlansky, and like everyone, I have opinions. I think that's just human nature. We live life and we formulate opinions based on our own experience and the stimulus that we respond to. I am here to respond to your opinions to see whether I agree or disagree. And this first opinion comes from Pulpud1, who says that men and woman, which is grammatically incorrect because there's no consistency here. If we're talking about men, then we would be talking about women. Or we could talk about one man and one woman. This mixes the two in an ineffective way. Nevertheless, I understand the idea is effectively communicated. I'll change it for your benefit. Men and women cannot have platonic relationships. Or a platonic relationship. Either is incorrect. I disagree. I think it's a borderline ridiculous statement. I entertain all opinions. I'm not here to judge the integrity of the opinions, but, well, of course men and women can have platonic relationships. I would hope that a man would have a platonic relationship with his mother, for example. And I think the rest is self-evident. Some things are better left unsaid, other than I disagree, Pulpud 1. Jorge G. Mendoza says, pasta should only be cooked al dente. Al dente, of course, Italian for to the tooth, ineffectively means that it should be cooked firm and not overcooked. I agree. In fact, that a lot of people are surprised to find that when they go to Italy, the pasta is cooked so firmly to an extent that most Americans would almost consider undercooked. To me, it's a more pleasurable experience. It's a more textural experience. Instead of a bite of mush, you have different textures. The inside of the pasta remains even firmer than the outside. I also believe it's better for digestion. So I will agree with Jorge. Cecil Sesset says that German beer is the best there is. I abstain from reacting to this opinion because I don't drink beer. I don't like beer. I don't like German beer, American beer, Dutch beer. Some of the greatest beers in the world are lost on me, and that's okay. I drink other things. I like water. I like wine. I like some juices, although you have to be careful with juice because juice is not a whole food. It may be a natural product in a sense, but it's not a whole food because you remove the fiber. So when we talk about a whole food, we talk about an orange, which has a balance of sugar. You know, the orange is created for reproductive purposes, right? You want the sweetness to have animals spread the seed. But it's got fiber in there. So nutritionally speaking, the fiber slows down the release of sugar into the bloodstream, preventing the sugar from being stored as fat, preventing that spike in blood sugar, which, if left unchecked, can create some serious health issues. But when we remove the fiber and just create a juice, now you have a concentrated sugar, which is not present in that form in nature. So for that reason, you have to be careful with juice. Now, you can take a vegetable juice that doesn't have a lot of sugar, which is basically most things besides carrot or beet. I do understand that we've deviated from the natural diet quite a bit, okay? We don't eat organ meat so much anymore, so we don't get things like magnesium, for example. And so many processed foods have entered our lives, and even if we try to resist them, they inevitably sneak our way in. The homeostasis is already upset, okay? Nature's equilibrium is all already upset. So I'm okay making some small adjustments to compensate. For example, a vegetable juice. If you drink a spinach juice, you're getting a high dose of magnesium, that perhaps counteracts the magnesium you're missing in other areas. But you have to, again, be careful with the juices, fruit juices and the vegetable juices that have sugar. Regardless, I can't comment on whether German beer is the best there is because I don't have the proper qualification. But I do respect German productivity in general. Certainly, Germany is known for its excellent production, cars, knives, to name just a couple things. This next opinion is from Gizmo Scriv. It should be called teeth paste, not toothpaste. I disagree. Toothpaste is more aesthetically pleasing. Oftentimes, the singular is more aesthetically pleasing. In fact, one of the things I love about the Italian language, especially when it comes to talking about food items, which are the words for which are well known outside of the Italian community, for example, spaghetti, Italians often refer to in the singular, which is spaghetto. So you'll see a waiter taking a dish out, and they'll say, like, uno spaghetto, instead of a plate of spaghetti. In fact, it's more than one strand. Spaghetto is a string. It's more than one string, but spaghetto is used for aesthetic purposes, which sometimes, to me, is an improvement on the romance and music of a language. I prefer toothpaste for that reason.